Debbie Camacho's life changed forever on February 24th, 2024. While getting ready to visit her husband Hector at Fishkill Correctional, the phone rang.
I get a phone call a little bit after 11 telling me that, "I'm sorry, we found your husband deceased in his cell this morning." I said, "Excuse me, what?" I said, "Impossible. I just spoke to him."
Hello, critical thinkers. Hope all is well. Please like the video, comment below, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 52-year-old Hector Camacho died in Fishkill Correctional Facility back in February 2024. More than a year later, his widow, Debbie Camacho, still does not have answers as to why and how he died. According to this interview, his death is still ruled undetermined, but yet the family noticed injuries on his body that cannot be explained. We watch the interview Debbie Camacho did with CBS6 Albany, and let's hear what she's going through.
A grieving widow demanding answers tonight after her husband died inside Fishkill Correctional Facility last year. And though it's been more than a year, she says she is still no closer to finding out what really happened to him behind bars. As CBS6's Brianna Sapardi reports tonight, the wife believes his death was anything but natural.
Debbie Camacho's life changed forever on February 24th, 2024. While getting ready to visit her husband Hector at Fishkill Correctional, the phone rang.
I get a phone call a little bit after 11 telling me that, "I'm sorry, we found your husband deceased in his cell this morning." I said, "Excuse me, what?" I said, "Impossible. I just spoke to him."
Having just been on the phone hours earlier in good spirits, Debbie said she didn't understand how her 52-year-old husband could have suddenly died.
Now, just to pause it for a quick second. Debbie was on the phone with her husband just hours before she gets a phone call that her husband had passed.
He's like, "Well, we passed by his cell all night and we found him tossing and turning. We checked on him a couple of times." It just the stories they didn't match up.
While
And to many families who lose loved ones in the custody of the New York State Department of Corrections, many families do not get any answers as to how their family member, their loved one has passed away. They get the runaround, they don't get direct answers.
the autopsy report indicated a heart condition, Debbie refused to believe her husband's death was natural.
The manner of death is not matching up with his injuries.
No,
His
he has
head mark.
bruises all over his face.
His neck looks broken.
His wrist is broken.
He don't have a jawline.
What
There's one thing that wasn't mentioned during this interview that I've known from previously covering this story is that Hector Camacho had filed a complaint against correctional officers and had been beaten in another facility.
followed was a trail of missing information.
Still on the death certificate that I have. I don't even have a new death certificate. It says under investigation.
More than a year after his death, the cause is still listed as undetermined. I reached out to the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to get their account of his death and the status of the investigation, but I haven't heard back. Having been together 38 years, not knowing is a reality Debbie refuses to accept.
Unfortunately, this is a reality for many family members who have loved ones who die under suspicious circumstances in the New York State Department of Corrections. They don't get answers to how their loved one passes away, and the body does not align with the quote unquote cause of death.
All I have to live for now is a memory in pictures. My life every day is incomplete. I'm not complete. I will never be complete again.
Ready? Please like the video, comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My goal is to give you honest and direct feedback and dig deeper than what the mainstream media is telling and showing you. Take care, God bless, and see you next time.